Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video because all doing well. Different type of video today. Normally, I honestly I wait for this news to get more talked about before I wanted to make a video on it. But recently the reports have come out, especially the last 24 hours, that Real Madrid have made it official that William Saliba is their #1 target for the summer. Actually, they're trying to sign him on the summer. Yeah, they still came out of the blue. I mean, there was talks about, of course, in the future whether we can keep our top talents, whether Real Madrid come in and the top clubs come in. But for it to happen so soon, yeah, let's just talk about firstly, Spanish media has to be the worst lot of news ever. Like, Spanish media is the worst propaganda thing ever. I've seen it after us playing against Real Madrid, the way they tried hyping up. I cannot stand Spanish media, and if you're like just a fan of one of those Spanish clubs, I can't understand that. I can't imagine how it is to deal with the propaganda that some of these media outlets come out with. Absolute garbage. They've just come out saying apparently Real Madrid have agreed or something, have reportedly agreed to sign William Saliba or something. Like, firstly, William Saliba, he currently has 2 years left on his contract, and Arsenal, I mean, to be fair, to be simple, this is the most we can get out of William Saliba if we were to sell him at this moment in time. Either if we don't sell him now, or well, if we choose to keep him and he doesn't sign a contract, then of course he's just going to run out of his contract. And Madrid have done that on a few players right now. They are keeping tabs on players with 2 years left on the contract. You saw it with Mbappe, you saw it with Trent, and now they're trying to do it with William Saliba. So I think one thing is Madrid are broke. Madrid don't have the money to be able to pay for some of these signings right now, because why are they always trying to go for free signings? But enough dissing Real Madrid. Let's talk about Arsenal. Let's talk about how this is a very familiar story with Arsenal. We have, as a fan base, experienced many great players, many great players who've all went to bigger clubs simply because we were not ambitious enough, we didn't do enough, and every player had a right to leave. There is not one, maybe the club they went to, you might argue, but every player in that moment, whether you look at Van Persie, you look at Sanchez, they all had a right to leave the club. It's just about where they went to, which no one was a fan of. And we find ourselves potentially in another situation. Like, let's be honest, William Saliba is a world-class defender, and he deserves to be playing at the highest level, whether it's the Champions League, the Premier League. He deserves to be winning trophies. He is that of a good player. And the time was going to come, and not just with William Saliba, but with so many top players Arsenal have. Saka, who else? Okay, I just saw Saka. Where if you don't win, these players will question the ambitions of the club. They will focus on their career. They want to win trophies, and they will be looking for the next move. And that's where we could find ourselves, because to be honest, William Saliba has now been at Arsenal for 3 seasons. He has just finished his 3rd season, well, he's about to, and he's been flawless. He's been flawless from the day he's come in. Yes, he's made a few mistakes, but he's been flawless. You can't argue, you cannot ask for more. He's been flawless, and we're now heading on to the 4th season. And yes, we've been competitive. Yes, we've challenged. But at the end of the 3 years, looking back now for William Saliba, what has he achieved for Arsenal? We've not achieved anything. As good as we have been, as good as these, you want to pull out these stats of titles, Premier League table since flipping calendar year, as good as, it looks, we just haven't done enough. We haven't won anything. And sorry, I just realized the camera was flipping tilted, so I hope it's better now. Yeah, to be honest, we haven't done anything. We haven't really won anything. And I'm sure William Saliba, as much as he loves Arsenal, he has to focus on his career and he wants to win trophies. And like I said, 3 years, we haven't done much. 4th year, I don't even know. Can you tell William Saliba that we are actually going to try and do something, try and win the league? I mean, we're going to make a few signings, but whether those signings are going to be enough to close the league is a different story. And that's the point. That's the whole thing. I mean, we've been down this road so many times where we have these top players and we just don't take advantage. We don't take advantage of their time also, and eventually they all end up leaving. And one thing we have to do is we cannot make the same mistakes again. We have to change something, whether it's this time being ambitious and showing why they should stay at your club, or selling them we have to do something. One thing we cannot do is let the player leave on a free at the end of his contract, because we've done that so many times and it's cost us. So for me, well, the reports are saying they're trying to sign him this summer. For me, my position, as much I love William Saliba, I think he's a world-class defender. He's a player that I can argue is world-class every day with any fan. He's a world-class defender for me. And for me, as much as I love him, Arsenal need to make a decision. For me, Arsenal need to give him a contract. He either signs that contract or we have to get rid of him. As much as it hurts me to say, I know a lot of fans are saying, get rid of William Saliba, get rid of, how can you get rid of William Saliba, the best defender? We've been down this road so many times where we get these top players and we don't renew their contract and they always end up leaving on a free. How many times are we going to go down this road? We need to change something. We need to get some money out of him. I understand he's a fan favorite. He's one of my favorite players. But we cannot go down this route. We are not even a rich club, okay? We need to start recouping some money for these top players that we're letting go. I mean, we let go of the likes of Van Persie for £24 million. Like, what was our last expensive? Like, I don't remember what our record was for selling a top player. Like, William Saliba is 150 or £100 million defender. I'm saying he's a £150 million defender. What other defenders are you gonna get like him in the transfer window? So for me, it's quite simple. You give him the contract. He signs, perfect. We get to keep him on. But if he doesn't, we have to start looking at an alter. We have to start. This is the most amount of money we can get for him, and you're gonna have to invest that money. For me, like, I'm saying it's my favorite player. It's so sad for me to say it, but we've been down this road so many times. Top players leaving for nothing, and we cannot put ourselves in that position again. 100 million, 150 million pounds. If Real Madrid really want you, they'd come and pay that money. Let them pay that money. Otherwise, you sign the contract. And if Real Madrid don't want to pay up, then sign the contract and stay with us. But yeah, man, I don't know. This news just came out of the blue. Came quite, I don't know, a bit random. Of course, at the start of the season, or sorry, just a few weeks ago, sorry, no, a few months ago, there was talks about William Saliba's contract negotiation. I'm sure Arteta, apparently another Twitter journal, ITK did say that Arsenal are doing everything they can to keep William Saliba at Arsenal, which is good news. And it's obvious they are clearly going to try to keep him. We got a new sporting director, but we have to show ambitious. We have to show ambition. We have to show that this club is serious getting at the top. Like Van Persie said, go and watch one of Van Persie's interviews about when he came and challenged the club for its ambition. And what they did is they showed him bank numbers, and he said, what does this mean to me? So for me, we have to show ambition. We have to win something. And yeah, and if he does go, I can't blame him. I literally cannot blame him. But for me, the only thing I want is at least a transfer fee if he does go. But yeah, it is what it is. It could, on the other hand, be just media spreading propaganda just before the Arsenal PSG game, trying to disrupt the Arsenal camp. It could be that, but who knows, man? Who knows? Let me know in the comments. Do you think I'm being a bit too harsh? I hope you guys understand my position. I really hope you guys understand my position. We've been down this road so many times with Arsenal's top players, so many, like, and we just end up losing money on them. And I just don't want to see Arsenal in that same position again. As much as I love William Saliba, we have to make a decision. Give him a contract. Let him sign. If he doesn't sign, there's nothing we can do. Hopefully I'm not being too harsh. Let me know in the comments. Maybe you guys might disagree. Maybe some of you guys are saying just keep him for 2 years and then let him go on a free. You could be right. Who knows? You could be right. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. And I'll catch you guys hopefully in my next preview against PSG. Thank you guys for watching.